Okay, good morning, everybody, and I think this opening quote's rather appropriate in light of what Denise just said. Pain is feedback. For champions, it communicates the needs to endure the non-champions. It communicates... Oh, wait a minute, I read it wrong. For champions, it communicates the need to endure. To non-champions, it communicates the need to surrender. I will never surrender. No matter what, I will never surrender. I hope you're all up. I hope you're all having a great day. Holy mackerel, I'm looking at myself on the TV here, and I actually comb my hair, and I look very, very nice. And you should have come to the meeting last night. It was unbelievable. We got together, and we paired off. And I grabbed half the room, and it was packed. And I said, who loves the Beyond Tangy? And that's what they sell. Almost exactly half the room stood up and said, I do. We've got them up. We matched them up. Close that door. Beautiful. Oh, my God. What am I having right here? Katie, come here a second and say hi to everyone. Look at this beautiful... Look at this beautiful glass of Tangy. It is just a coincidence and a half, isn't it? And it's we're selling it here at Buzz Coffee, and it's just delicious, and that's what I love. So, back to it. We split the crowd up half and half, and then they're going, what's Tom up to now? So I paired everybody off in chairs, which was perfect because Patty Arnold had just told me that she didn't like the way the room was laid out when we walked in the door. And I said, we're going to fix that. So we paired off 2 by 2 by 2 all over the room. And you had to pair up with somebody that you didn't know. And it was the greatest day ever because then you did the coffee shop interview on the person. So everybody got to hear everything. And Ken Dragoo was talking about Patty's military experience. Patty was talking about all the businesses that Ken Dragoo, and they were the most exciting and extraordinary stories, and everybody told each other's story. Nobody knew the story about the people because we're too busy broadcasting and we're never asking. And then at the end, instead of what we do in our meeting, which is, you know, here's all the reasons you're going to like longevity, because you're taking the coffee shop interview and speaking into their listening. Obviously, everybody there were already in longevity, so each person said why they loved longevity so much, and then they sold that person their favorite product, whether it was the Arthrodex by Mickey and Bernard Clay, or whether it was the CM Plus by the Dragoos, or whether it was the Beyond Tangy Tangerine by the half the room. I would probably love the Beyond Tangy the most if I could say tangerine every time, but I have a hell of a time with that word, so I'm not going to be selling something I can't say. But anyway, back to it. It was a breakthrough for everybody, and I'm telling you, every one of you can do it. Somebody from another state called me yesterday and were telling me a story about their life. I said, great job. I never want to hear that story again. That story happened. Now I want to hear the story of success. So your job today is to interview 2 people with absolute velocity. And I'm going to tell you what, you're going to interview 2 people every day for the rest of your life. I don't care how you go do it, because at the end of the day, you're going to be like me. I right now, and I told people last night, am backed up 20 interviews. 20 people want to talk to me about longevity. And they don't even know it's about longevity. They want to talk to me about what I've got going just because of the hooks that I've set with the interview. I am telling you guys, this thing works. And then you have a powerful conversation with them. I am going to say something else to you that you're not going to like. You can tell the depth of your commitment inside of longevity, inside of the products, inside of the comp plan, inside of the industry, and especially inside of yourself. Your belief in yourself. If you want to know how to measure your belief, your commitment, your integrity, you can look at your list that you have in your pocket right now. That's how you measure it. Because if you're out there looking for Tom, Dick, and Harry that you don't know yet to come into your business, instead of the people that you love the most, you need to go check what I just said. Because if you've got the chance to take somebody from a $10 bill to $10,000 a month, why would it be some stranger that you met at Starbucks if you really believed it in your heart of hearts? And don't give me that garbage about the fact that you've already put all your relatives and all the other crummy deals you ever did. If you go to your relatives right now If you go out there and find some stranger on the internet, some lead that you got out of somewhere, and all of a sudden you come back and you start making the kind of money that Denise and I make, and then you go to your brother or your sister or your aunt and your uncle and you're at Thanksgiving and you pull in your brand new car and you've just come back from your vacation and you've got your nice wristwatch on and you've got your vacation set up and you say, man alive, life is good, I'm making $30,000 a month, and your brother-in-law punches you right in the side of the head. And you say, why did you do that, brother-in-law, that just punched me in the side of the head? And he said, because you brought me into all those lousy deals and you finally get in a good one and you didn't tell me about it. That's why. So you can't do that. Otherwise, you get punched in the side of the head by your brother-in-law. And I'm telling you something. No one wants to get punched in the side of the head by their brother-in-law. I promise you this. So I'm telling you, I want you to go to that list. And I want you to look at that list like you're giving away a $10,000 bill. Who are you going to give it to? You're going to give it to the stranger at Starbucks there, Donald Trump or Howard Hughes? No, you're not going to do that. You're going to find people that you love, that you want to partner with, that have some game, and you help them get there from here. I am building a brand new line in Los Angeles, California. As I built this line, I'm sitting here last night, actually early this morning, 4 o'clock this morning, thinking about that line because I've already got 6 people that want to be business builders inside of that leg. And all of a sudden I'm going, now I've got to figure out who is going to benefit off of this thing. Which one of my children would work this? Which one of my good friends that I love would want to key that leg? And I'm thinking, because I know what that leg's worth. Now, do you know what those legs are worth in your business? Who do you want to be at the helm of that boat? And don't put in some guy that you're going to do it for. They got to be as edge at eye of the tiger as you are. They've got to be as committed as you are. They've got to be willing to do what you do. Don't pay favors with a position. That isn't what it's all about. You don't want to do that. You don't want to leaky. I'm telling you, each level of your business, when these things grow up, is worth a tremendous amount of money. You have to think about it like that. So I'm telling you what, I am pumped up, and I know you're pumped up. The chocolate's coming. More stuff's coming. It is so exciting what's going on inside of Longevity and Drink ACT. It'll blow your mind. This is no longer your grandfather's Oldsmobile. This is a chance for you to get after it. But you've got to call and interview me. Christy, Albrandt, last night, Tom, I'm going to come over and interview you. A couple more of you said, Tom, I didn't get to interview you. You didn't get to interview me. Will you do it? You guys out there in Never Never Land that are not in Colorado, not in Longmont, I'm telling you, I want to interview you. You want to interview me. You want to do the same thing with Denise. You want to practice and you want to have the guts to let me give you some homework about getting you launched. I'm not going to be your day-to-day guy because there's 180,000 of them, but I'll tell you what, I'll spend the time interviewing you, you interviewing me, and at the end of the day, we can get you launched. I'll hook you up with whoever it is in your organization that is doing this, and we are going to be off to the races because this works. If it didn't work, I swear to you, I wouldn't be having you do it. And I got the greatest compliment last night. A guy swiped my book, a guy's wife. I love my Robert Chris book. I gave it to this woman to read, and I didn't think she was going to take it, but she thought I gave it to her, so she didn't swipe it. So I had to go run it down, and she kept it for a week, and I said, I need that book back in a week, so you better read it. Well, she read it, and then her husband read it, and then her husband last night came to the meeting and stood up in front of everybody and says, gee, Minnie Christmas, I'm reading this book, and everything that Tom says is in this book. And that's the truth, you guys. None of this coming out of my mouth is real. Me. I stole it all. I'm a plagiarizer. I am a parrot. I took it from somebody else. And that's what you need to do. Take it from me. If you don't like me, which I completely understand and I get it from Robert Crisp, the guy that wrote it. And he swiped it from Bill Britt and Dexter Yeager. So I'm telling you, all it is duplication. I want you to do the same thing over and over again to achieve the same results. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. You can do it. So let's go. Let's go do it. Let's have an unbelievable Telephone Tuesday, as Lisa Barney said. Everybody have a great day. And this is going to be a heck of a video because I combed my hair. Hello, everyone.